Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Van Imp in the 5-minute pool on ICC. Van Imp is playing the Modern, and now we have transposed into the King's Indian. I'm going to play the same-ish variation with this specialty Knight GE2 line, just because I like it so much. And this is the idea, Knight G3. A4, might as well play, or A6, I might as well play A4 just to be safe. H5 is interesting this early. You don't see it this early, but he can go H4, and I have to go Knight F1. But that's okay because White has this reorganizational plan after Knight F1 of Bishop E3 and Knight D2 eventually. Whoa, I did not mean to do that, sorry. Knight BD7, okay, I'll castle. This is fine. Rook E8. I can play Bishop G5. Sure, let's do that. Because then I'm stopping him from playing H4 for now. He'll probably move his queen. Yeah, Queen A5, okay. Queen D2, I'm thinking more than likely. Plays Knight H7, okay. Yeah, let's go back to E3. Could maybe have considered F4 to attack D6, but he's probably going to put his knight on E5, so there's no reason to do that. Yeah, Knight H1. So often Knight H1 is a decent move in this line, actually. Okay, so F5. He's playing it pretty aggressively. I think I can just continue with Knight F2. Might as well, because now, deciding if I want to play for F4. I can also take and then put one of my knights on E4. Don't know if I like that so much, though. F4, is he going to play Knight G4? And do I care if he does? I think I'll go King H1. This is just a useful... Well, King H1, he might play Queen B4 and threaten Knight C4. That's an annoying thing they can do, oftentimes. Maybe I should take on F5, and when he takes with the bishop, play F4. That could be good. Kick him back. Because I'm worried about Queen B4. I don't want him to play Queen B4 and have this Knight C4 idea coming so quickly. F4, am I really scared of Knight G4? Why am I scared of Knight G4? Don't be afraid, John. Okay, let's go F4. We'll see if he wants that. He doesn't. Yeah, I was scared of it for nothing. I think I'll still move my king. Somehow moving the king seems like a good idea. Because just in the future, I don't want the e-file to open up and him having like rook takes e3, funny business, making my life miserable. I'm thinking take on f5 now. Especially now. See which way he takes. I bet he takes with the pawn. Yeah, and maybe now rook g1. And try to play for g3 to attack him down the file. Remind him that I can actually create threats of my own. So far, I've just been reacting to his threats for the most part. Okay, let's go here, because I have a feeling he wanted to go queen e7 to attack my bishop. So I think it's okay to do this. All right, g3. If I can pry open the g file and attack his king, I like that. I'm lined up right with his bishop. I mean, h takes g3 is probably borderline unplayable for him in this position. Yeah, I don't think he can do that. I take with my rook, leading right towards his king. Wow, I'm surprised he did that. This just seems mega dangerous, doesn't it? All right, I'll double. Bishop h6, I guess he's going to play. Bishop h6, rook g6. Man, he's got to be a move or two from disaster. He can go queen e7, but if he goes queen e7, now he can't move this knight because I have just rook g8. Well, he is threatening to take on e3, so I should address that. b5. He's going for broke. Guess not completely surprising. So what's going on? A, bishop takes, knight takes, rook check, king g2. It's nothing, right? Let's do it. I didn't see what the big deal was, so got to call the bluff if it's a bluff. We'll pre-move that capture. Okay, what do you have in store for me? If he takes on b5 and I take, remember, he can't move this knight. Like, knight e4 is not playable because of this mate. All his minor pieces are, like, stuck. It's kind of amusing. He can't move this knight because of the attack on the bishop. Okay, this just gets mated.
Checkmate.
That's exactly what I was saying. Okay, that was a cute ending. Yeah, I think the decision to capture on g3 is highly suspect in that position. Who is Van Imp? I'm just checking who this guy is because I didn't check it during the game. Christian Troicki. German IM. Okay, let's have a look briefly. Yeah, this is a line I really like. I've talked about it before, the flexibility of the dark square bishop. Because so often in the same-ish, white just plays bishop e3 on move 6. It's the main line. But it's really nice to have the option of bishop g5 available. It's a nice bonus for white in this line. And this particular line, c5, d5, e6, it says a strong Benoni character. It looks way more like a Benoni than a King's Indian now. Just you see the characteristic Benoni structure. So, queen d2, knight h7, bishop back to e3. I think he played okay. f5. I wonder about knight e5. For some reason, I thought for a long time on this move. I thought for over a minute about whether to play f4 or not, but I think if I hesitate to play f4, he gets queen b4 in favorably. Because that assists knight c4, and in my experience, when he gets knight c4 going, black obtains good counterplay. So I think it's good that I played f4. Computer doesn't necessarily agree. Huh. So it actually says queen c2. But what happens if this? Knight a2? Okay. I guess that's the point of queen c2, so we get out of the diagonal, so he can't play queen takes d2 when I move my knight. It's kind of sophisticated. I don't know if I would have come up with that. a5 is also interesting, trying to enable rook a4. So if something like this, yeah, just take it, and then we trap the queen. Yeah, it's a little sophisticated. Although that's an idea worth remembering. I'll have to put that in my same-ish memory bank. Nevertheless, I just played f4 immediately. He went back. King h1. Looks like taking on e4 is decent for him in this position. And then bishop f5. And he gets good play. Yeah, I was wondering if he could play to double up his rooks on the e-file instead of doing that whole queen d8 to e7 idea he did, because then his other rook is unemployed. Okay, so that's probably why my sequence here with f4 and especially king h1 was not so good. He could have played that better, so take. Yeah, I'm borrowing an idea from a different line in this knight ge2 same-ish. If you look on my games with Martin Del Campo, I had 2 blitz games I played with this guy, Martin Del Campo, in the King's Indian same-ish, knight ge2. We had a theoretical battle in both games, same line, where one of the principal options for white is doing this whole king h1, rook g1, pawn g3 idea. So that's why I did it. And I think this move is useful, rook ae1, because I could tell with queen d8 he's trying to play queen e7 and get pressure on the e-file, so it's nice to just take a moment to defend against that. Let's see how the computer evaluates this position. I'm pretty shocked it actually thinks black is better here. I guess I'm missing something because I thought this was great, the pressure against his bishop. Well, now it's saying roughly equal. Knight h6, I guess trying to clog the position with knight g4. And then h3. just eyeballing the position, this looks easier to play for white. But I could see why, if he defends this bishop after I go rook eg1, he's probably doing okay. Because my minor pieces are not the greatest either. I might have some trouble getting them into the right positions to attack. Yeah, like rook e7, rook eg1. Where do I go from here? It might be difficult to figure out. But I was very glad to see him playing like king f8 here and then bishop h6, because now I think after rook g6, he's in big trouble. He's effectively frozen. Queen e7. Oh, wow. Knight ce4. That is a cool idea. I think I see the point of that. So if take, then queen c3, and you go after the knight. You've cleared the c3 square. Ooh, that would have been a nice combination. Because again, this exploits the fact that he can't play knight takes e4 because of the rook g8 mate threat. So we're trying to attack that piece that is so necessary to his defense. We're taking in queen c3, and yeah, white's just playing to eliminate this knight, this knight. After which, black should be dead. That's beautiful. Knight ce4. I wonder for how many moves that was available. Okay, so now it's not going to work as well, probably because of b4, I assume. Yeah, b4, and I would have to take with the queen here and just trade. Not as good. So here I just took the pawn and then did this.
Check.
Yeah, and he just blundered the game away in one move. But, as you can see, it's difficult for him. He just really can't even make a move. This knight can't move because it's necessary to defend the bishop. Bishop has no safe squares. He could play like knight g4, but that doesn't do him much help, I don't think. Okay, flashing moves like knight takes d6 are good, but so is just something like this, I would think. Idea just to like go take this. Maybe not. Maybe I have to exercise more caution, cover the e4 square. That was a fun game to play. I was rewarded with mate in 1.
Checkmate.
It's nice when your opponents run into stuff like that every once in a while. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this game against Van Imp, and I will be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.